Hello again, boys and girls. It's Mr. Ernest. You know what? We're going to take a quick break from our safari. I thought it'd be fun if we made another playmat. Now, the last playmat that we did was dinosaur themed, but this one has a different theme. The theme of this one is farm. So we are going to be making a farm. Now, I got this pack of toys from the Dollar Tree. It has several different farm animals. So one thing to know about the farm is that when they house all the animals, they put them, they're not all just mixed together. All the animals stay with other animals like it. So here's a horse, put it right there. Here's a cow, I'm going to put it here. Here's a baby cow, I'll put it with that one. Here's a baby horse. I'm going to go put that over here. Oh, that won't stand up. Here's a pig. These all look to be like sheep and goats. So those would probably all be together. And this is a sheep dog. Now, it's not a dog that's part dog, part sheep. Its job, it's trained by the farmer to help take care of the sheep. So if there's wolves that are trained to eat one of the sheep, this dog will chase it away. And it'll help herd the sheep. So if the sheep are all wandering away, it'll run around in circles around them and make them all get into one little spot as opposed to walking around everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Cow. All right. So now let's count this out. Another thing that determines the size of an animal's pen is how many there are. So, you know, if there's one pig and 4 sheep, would you give them the same size pen? No, because they're going to need more room than just one pig. So let's see. There's 1 pig, 2 cows, 2 horses, and 4 sheep. And while, yes, there is a dog as well, we don't keep dogs in animal pens. At least not the way that they do in farms. The dog usually follows a person around. So let's see here. This would have the smallest pen. This would have the second smallest pen. And honestly, this too. Although, you know what? They usually let horses have a little bit more space because of how big they are. And finally, here, the sheep, they are probably going to have the biggest space to themselves. So I'm going to put my friends over here. So remember, we're like a bird. We're like a bird and we're looking straight down onto the farm. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make the barn house. Now, whenever you think of a barn, you probably think of something with a big red roof. And you know what? I'll do that. So remember, we're looking from the top down. Uh-oh. You know what? Sometimes when I come around, I will look at your crayons and I'll see so many crayons that are broken. And sometimes I'll be like, oh my goodness, who's breaking these on purpose? Well, you know what? It's very easy to break them on accident. So you might be wondering what I'm doing. I'm making one of those roofs where it's not flat. It has these like tiles almost. I'm going to do the same over there. It's not quite red. It's violet red. That means there's a little purple in there. All right. So this would be the, let's say, the barn or the farmer's house. So we'll say that's where the dog is. The dog's with its master right now. Let's have a road. Now, we know that the road's always going to lead, eventually, to the farmer's house. You know what? I'm going to make a welcome mat. You know what that is? Some of you might even have one in front of your house. Welcome. You know, it's kind of hard to write with these. Maybe I should have done that with a pen. Oh well. We live and learn. I'm going to have this be the road. I'm going to have it be a dirt road, and it's going to go from here. I think I'm going to have it turn and have it go down. Oh, but you know what? I think I'm also going to have it go up. I'm going to have it go up. So this is our dirt road. And you know what? While doing this, I made a little box right there. So I'm going to go like this and say this is a fence. This is a fenced off area. But you know what? That looks pretty small. I don't think I could fit all of these in there. I don't even think I could fit 2 cows in there. What should be in here by itself? Oh, the pig. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Well, they live in mud. So I am going to shade this in brown. Of course, all animals need water. So I'm going to make a trough of water. A trough is, it's the container that they put water or food into in animal pens. So it's going to have some place to get water. And if they need food, well, the farmer comes by every day and gives them food. So we don't have to worry about drawing that. All right. Well, we found a home for our pig. Who should we find a home for next? How about the cows? Well, this is a big space, and this is a big space. You know what? I'm going to put the cows... Oh, goodness, this is difficult. You know what? I'm going to put them over here. So they'll be over here. That's a good amount of space. Oh, you know what? There's 2 cows. There's 2 horses. Maybe if I think of this as 2 different pieces, so I'll put a fence right here. I could have the cows over here and the horses over there. What do you think of that? Okay. I'm having the fence that goes down the middle. You might have noticed that I'm making these circles. Those are called fence posts, because often it's not just one piece of wood that goes all the way across. They have lots of smaller pieces of wood, and then they're connected by the fence posts. Now, they don't just live in the dirt like pigs. No, no, no. They live on grass. Because cows love to eat grass. They could eat grass all day long, and I'm sure they have. So I'm just going like this to make some grass. Now, if your farm doesn't look exactly like this, guess what? That is okay. Because we are all making our own farms. And just like the pig over here, we should give it a trough of water. And you know what? They often also have a trough of hay. So for the water, I'm going to make that blue. And for the hay, I'm going to make that yellow. With, you know what? Just a little bit of brown. How do you like your new home, cows? All right. So that means this over here would be the space for the horses. So I have it going out. Doing the same thing. So sorry, Mrs. Cow. I keep accidentally knocking her over. And if you have some extra time, you can even shade it in. That means where you go over it lightly. I'll show you in just a moment. So I've pressed a little more hard with the crayon using the green on here. And then shading is where you lightly go like this to color in the rest. You know what? Horses also need extra food and water. So I'm going to put this right here, extra trough, same order. Now they have their home. You know what? Baby horse is going to be sleeping. I think when they made this toy, the legs weren't quite straight. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. Oh, you can kind of see it. The legs weren't quite straight, so it doesn't stand too well. All right, let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. So, if this is where the pig lives, this is where the horses live, this is where the cow lives, and then that means this area is going to be all for the sheep. So let's make that fence. Go here and go across. You can kind of tell I'm following the shape of the road, because they wouldn't build a fence in the middle of the road. That would be silly. Why would they do that? And they wouldn't build it into their house. They'd build around it. So again, we're going to make some grass. Now they have a place to live. Oh, but I did forget one thing. Their water and their food. Yes, they do like to eat grass, but they need a little extra food too. And you know what? Two of these need one trough of water and one trough of hay. Two of these need one trough of water and one trough of hay. How about these? There's four of them. How many troughs of water and how many troughs of hay should we have? You know what? I think you might be right. We should have two of each. Where could I fit that? I know. I'll put one over here and one right here. And then I'll have another over here and another over here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put all the food together and all the water together. Very nice. And you can add some more details. You can shade in your road just a little bit. I'm not going as dark as I did with the mud because I want to make sure it looks different. I know it looks like I'm going scribble scrabbles, but I just don't want to have this take too long. And the rest of the spaces, you know, these white spaces, yeah, it'd probably be grass. Because grass doesn't really care if there's a fence there or not. Grass is going to grow where grass wants to grow. And since this is a house, maybe they grew some flowers outside to be pretty. There we go. Well, now you have your own playmat if you want to play with farm animals. And the great thing about this, if you get another piece of paper and if you connect it on this end or on this end, you can keep this path going. See that dirt road? You can keep it going. And then you can draw more animal pens. And you can just keep stapling or gluing pieces of paper together and make a bigger and bigger and bigger animal pen or farm. And that could be a lot of fun. All right. We'll be returning next time to our animal safari. I will see you then. Goodbye.